I skipped out on Madden 18 this year, because all I like to play is franchise mode, and online exhibition on some occasions. I don't find it worth it to pay $60 a year for somebody like me that sees a game without football teams and motives very little change. I know about the new career mode and how it's like NBA 2K, but I have no interest in it. I played career modes in earlier Madden games and got bored of them quickly. Why would I want that again, but with long, cinematic cutscenes this time? If you are into that kind of game mode, then more power to you. Although, I have seen some great steps forward with franchise mode, like computer-generated draft classes and practice squads. There are some significant things that they either place limits on or never bother to address with franchise mode. Here are some things that I hope corporate EA Sports considers with the game going forward. Give us full control over teams. Instead of choosing to be a player, coach, or owner, how about let us be the commissioner? Let us have free reign over every football team. Give us the option at the start of franchise mode to rename teams, edit colors, upload logos from our computer, make our own divisions, and schedule our own seasons. I think it would be really cool to have an alternative league outside of the NFL. You can already relocate teams in franchise mode, but 1, the teams are presets, and we only have 3 different presets to change the team into depending on where we want to locate the team, which is tacky, and 2, this is very complicated and time-consuming to do for something that should be rather simple. It's not a real league, so why should we still have real teams if we don't want them? Give us the option to start franchise mode with all CG players. For people that want something different outside the ordinary NFL, they can play a franchise mode with all brand new players. Because why not? Every league we start with can be different. We wouldn't worry about Tom Brady and Drew Brees retiring because they wouldn't exist. We don't have to worry about the same teams against divisional rivals every year if we don't want it. You can get to all computer-generated players if you skip about 15 seasons, but you wouldn't have many years left until getting to year 30 and the franchise just ends. Being able to have our own leagues, with our own teams, and our own players, now that would be awesome. If that was made to happen, many players would find another reason to play franchise mode. And yeah, I get that some people won't want that, which is why I said it would be optional. So what harm does this do? Make it easier to switch between teams. There are players that want to control all the teams, and while most people don't do so, the people who do are frustrated every year with the process of having to create characters for each of the 32 teams, instead of toggling their control on and off on a checklist at the very start of the mode. I understand that it's of course for connected franchise, for multiple people that want to play in the same league, but there must be an easy way to do this, and they have in previous games. Give us more detailed player histories. Over the years, players get better, get worse, change teams, etc. I would like to see on player pages more details, such as what ratings player used to have for each season, and what team they played for. This would not only show us the player's evolution, or lack thereof, but it would help us make decisions whether or not to sign, re-sign, or release players. In addition to that, there should be a database for every player that once joined a team in franchise mode. The purpose of this would be to look for players that you presume have retired, and read up on their stats and history. Because for what we have now, once there are players that retire, you don't even know about them until you realize they disappear from your roster after the Super Bowl. What happened to my players? Also, I really do not like having to re-sign players during the season. So if your star player's contract is expiring, you have to negotiate with him on week 3, which is not really how it should work out. Whoever thought this was a good idea is ridiculous. I understand if nobody really wants or asks for these things, but these are small changes that can go a long way, and for some people that play franchise mode could consider them a breath of fresh air, while people who play Madden in general could be surprised about how much time they will spend with these changes.